¿Qué onda, vatos? I don't have a handlebar cam, so I don't know how to do this. Should I go into the mirror? And ¿qué onda, vatos? Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again. We are making some progress on the Sportster Roadster ST. I don't think you guys can probably see it because of the sun from this angle, but there's the Road Warrior fairing. It's installed on a Roadster. These are not made for this bike, obviously, because of the inverted forks. But we were able to remedy that with some spacers. I tried installing the Plex audio unit, but because of the forks, they're recessed. So I mean, I could do it. I can still do it. I just have to get some more spacers. I say about maybe 1/2 inch spacers, because like I said, the forks, well, you can see it up here. You see how it's like recessed? It's the same thing down here. It just doesn't sit flat. So I didn't want to install them, or install it improperly. So I wanted to make sure everything was sound. Right now we're still in the mock-up phase for the bike. I already have the gas tank, and I already have some other components, so we're still working on it. We're still making sure stuff fits. You guys can see the headlight. Everything's perfect, man. I mean, this still comes off. It's a quick detach. We can still do that. I'm also changing the hand guards, but man, you know what, she looks pretty good. So let me just take some video so I could post it up on the on the TikTok or whatever, probably on Instagram. But yeah, it's getting there. So we just gotta install the Plex audio unit, and then it's gonna be perfect. But right now we have the 11-inch windshield. I do have the taller one. It's about a I think it's like 13.5. It's a 13.5 windshield. So we are going to be moving that up just to get a little bit more wind protection, and so I could paint it, because yeah, this bike's going to get painted pretty soon. As soon as I'm done mocking everything, making sure stuff fits right, because the last thing you want to do is paint stuff and then realize, oh man, I gotta cut something, I gotta trim something, and by that time, I mean, everything's pretty much already painted. So that's that's why you always want to mock stuff up and see how it fits first before you start painting stuff, because that should be the last step is paint. So this is just a video on first impressions of the Road Warrior fairing. So you guys could see the footprint from this angle alone. It's a wider fairing. It's a little bit I think it's about the same height, even though it's an 11-inch windshield. It looks like it's a little bit taller than my burly fairing, but you can clearly see on the outside it sticks out by a lot more than what my burly fairing did. So wind protection should be improved, even though, like I was saying in my other video where I'm sitting a little bit taller. Now I'm getting a 1-for-1 comparison when it comes to the same bike and the same seat height, but different fairings or different lengths. So like I said, I could always go a little bit taller, and I think I am going to go a little bit taller. So like I said, this is the 11-inch. We are switching over to the 13.5, and it's a 13.5 because I actually trimmed it. So I got a 15-inch windshield for my lowrider S, and I just wasn't happy with the way it sat. I'm 5'7", so I am a little bit shorter, or you know what, I might be average height. I don't know. I mean, whenever I call myself short, a lot of people in the comments, they always tell me, bro, you are average. So 5'7", the windshield was sitting at my field of view, and I just found myself hunching down or kind of like sitting up straight, so the edge of the windshield wasn't in my point of view. So that's why I trimmed it to 13.5, and I was expecting, you know what, now that I have a taller bike, I might go back with the 15-inch, because I am sitting about about 4 inches taller than I do with my Lowrider S. But I was able to push this fairing all the way top. You can see right here on the forks, it's at the very top of the forks, and I was able to just adjust a little bit the overall, you know, mounting of the fairing. I was able to kind of just angle it a little bit forward so it's a little bit upright. And the reason why I have it upright instead of having it, you know, kind of leaned back with the bike, because I mean, you also have some adjustments down here. You could angle it however you want, of course, but I'm making enough room for the Plex audio. So once I get those spacers to kind of get it to fit right, we are going to see the Plex audio unit in this thing. That way it doesn't look all lonely like it does right now. But I think my handlebars bag is filling in that void, so it's not so obvious from this point of view that you know, that there's a gaping hole, or there's a gaping gap right behind the fairing. So let's go ahead and pull in on here and get some fuel. I have the gas light on this thing, so I'm not too sure how much fuel I have on this thing. I thought I had like, I don't know, man. This damn, you know, 3.5 gallon tank seems to be you know, asking for more fuel every I'd say every can I get my right there? Probably I'd say every other day. Well, I mean, the fuel light, the fuel indicator turns on exactly at 70 miles, but I think I could squeeze 100 miles out of it. Hold on, give me a minute.
A few moments later.
So anyways, yes, I've pushed it up to 80 miles. I don't want to get stranded because it sucks. I've gotten stranded before, mainly because I mean, most of the bikes I've owned, they don't have fuel indicators at all. They've been pretty much old school bikes. You know, I haven't had a bike with a gear indicator and ABS and all this modern stuff. What? That's not right. Really? Yeah, I didn't think so. 1.7? Huh, is that right? So I had half a tank left and my fuel light wasn't going off. So let's go ahead and drip that out right there. So about 10 bucks. The fuel prices have been going down. Just last week it was at 7 bucks. Right now, for 91 octane, you're looking at $5.80, which is, you know, a much needed relief here in San Jose. It's really expensive. The cost of living here is just nuts.
A few moments later.
Man, I think the bike looks good. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Which one do you guys prefer seeing on the bike, the Road Warrior or the burly fairing? I think it looks pretty good. Just take a photo here. Right here. Oh, my shadow's in there. You know what? She's looking really good, guys. Like I said, you guys could go ahead and let me know in the comments which fairing. I know there's a few of you guys that are trying to get this fairing. If you're trying to, you know, save some money, of course, I don't want to advertise, you know, Chinese-made goods, but I know some of you guys are probably on a budget, but there is an option out there that looks like the Road Warrior fairing, and it's just manufactured. It doesn't have the same, you know, overall look on the front. It's more of a closed off look, but man, like I said, if you're on a budget, you can find this fairing for about, you know, $250 or 240 bucks for the Lowrider S. You can pick up that fairing, and like I said, everything that I've done to the bike, you could do that with the oh, we got some V-Class right here. Yeah, so we could do that with the with those fairings. It's you can find them on eBay. They're about one. No, that's right. They're about 220. They're about 220. You could find them on eBay. You could also order them from what's that? Hanzoma Racing. That's where I got my my handlebar bag. That's where I got that from. You can order it through them. They sell their fairing with the mount, with the kit, with the windshield, everything for $240. If you order it through them, it's gonna take about maybe 2 weeks for you to get them. But if you buy them off eBay, you know, it's basically through a middleman. If you get them on eBay and it doesn't say, you know, origins China, then you'll probably pay a little bit more, but you'll get it a little bit sooner. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I think the China one's gonna be all right, mainly because I bought my Burley fairing. I got my Burley fairing. Here we go. I got my Burley fairing, and that one's, you know, made in China, and it turned out pretty good. You know, it does the job. The mounting is pretty much the same. I haven't, like I said, I can't really, you know, speak firsthand about that China road warrior fairing, but if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend too much, you could go ahead and get that fairing, and then, you know, get the spacers that I got, change up the Allen head bolts, and install it, because it looks like it's gonna work. So anyways, enough rambling. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for, you know, tuning in again. Thanks for just listening to me ramble about bikes yet again, once again, man. I just let it rip right now. The bike seems to handle just as great as it did, even though, you know, the fairing's a little bit, you know, slightly bigger in the front. I think I gotta put on a couple more miles before I decide on, you know, on the wind protection. I'm pretty sure it is gonna be providing me more wind protection because it's wider, a little bit taller. But I gotta take it to Morgan Hill. I gotta, you know, take it on the highway and see how she's performing as far as wind protection. Like I said, I could feel it right now. It is better. But once I get it on the highway, freeway, and, you know, just let it rip, we'll see how well or how better it performs than the Burley fairing. So, you guys, let me know in the comments, man. You guys excited for this build? You know, once it's done. Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm ready for a bigger tank. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's for risk. Get out there and ride. Later.